Hi, this is Betty. Come with me as we look for 12-year-old Jorge Acosta, or George as he was sometimes known, among the missing. This is the story of Jorge Acosta, a reminder of how a normal day can become a nightmare and how a community's hope can be both a light and a burden. In the bustling neighborhood of Van Nuys, California, on November 1st, 1992, a 12-year-old boy named Jorge Acosta vanished without a trace. One moment he was a bright, energetic kid, laughing with his friends, and the next he was gone. What happened to Jorge Acosta? And how could a young boy simply disappear in a crowded city? This is the story of his mysterious disappearance. Stay with us as we explore the case in depth, uncovering every clue and confronting every question. What really happened to Jorge Acosta, and could his fate have been avoided? Jorge Acosta was a typical 12-year-old, full of energy, curious about the world, and deeply loved by his family. He lived with his parents, Maria and Nuys, and his older sister, Sofia. Jorge loved playing soccer, video games, and exploring his neighborhood with his friends. But like many kids his age, Jorge had a bit of an adventurous streak. He was known to wander around the neighborhood, always discovering new things. But this time, his adventure took a dark turn. It was a sunny afternoon in Van Nuys when Jorge left his home to go to his friend's house. His parents remember him waving goodbye with a smile. Hours passed, but Jorge didn't return. His friends said he never showed up. Panic set in, and Maria and Nuys began searching the streets, calling the neighbors, and asking if anyone had seen their son. The local community quickly came together. Flyers with Jorge's photo were posted on every street corner. Family, friends, and even strangers joined the search. But as days turned into weeks, hope began to fade. The police launched an investigation, but there were no signs of Jorge, no clear leads, no witnesses who saw what happened to him. And of course, this was kind of before we had all the media platforms online and everything. So it was all word of mouth and TV news and posters on the corner. Speculation began to spread. Some suggested Jorge might have run away, but his family insisted he had no reason to. Others feared he could have been taken. Police examined nearby security footage, as scarce as it was back in 1992, questioned people in the area and checked his routines, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. It was as Jorge had just vanished into thin air. Weeks later, a witness came forward claiming they saw a boy matching Jorge's description near a bus station with an unknown man. Was this really Jorge? And who was the man with him? Authorities obtained the bus station surveillance footage, but the boy's face wasn't clear enough to confirm his identity. Maria and Nuys refused to give up. They kept George's room exactly as he left it, hoping he would come back. And I can kind of identify with that because just a little over a year ago I lost my husband, and I still have the majority of his stuff. I really didn't understand until he had passed how hard it is to let go, how weird it feels, and how sad and how just not appropriate it feels to give his stuff away or to sell some of his, stuff. And it just, it's hard. And so I can identify with Jorge's parents not wanting to change anything, not wanting to move anything. It helps you hang on to the memory. It helps you hang on to the person. And it helps give you probably a little bit of hope that maybe he'll be found and he'll come back alive and okay. If he is still alive today, he'd be 44. He'll turn 45 years old sometime this year. So he's very definitely an adult man at this time. I just don't know what to think about what happened to him. He was old enough at 12 to, remember his parents and remember what his address was and different things. So it seems like after all this time, if he were still alive, and I'm not saying that he's not, it would seem like he would have made his way home by now. It's not like he was a little tiny baby or, 2 years old or whatever and couldn't remember what it was like and his parents' names and so on. But you never know. I mean, seriously, he could still be out there somewhere alive. And we can't give up hope either. And we can't stop searching. His parents appeared on news channels, shared his story with everyone they met, and continued to search. But as the months went by, even the strongest hope can start to fade. Nearly a year after Jorge's disappearance, a break came. A man was arrested on unrelated charges, and during questioning, he mentioned knowing about a boy who matched Jorge's description. Police investigated his claims, and still Jorge remains missing. Not knowing the truth about what happened is frustrating, painful, and hard to wrap the mind around. If you have any information about Jorge, his whereabouts, or anything related to his disappearance, please notify the LAPD or the National Institute for Missing and Exploited Children. I am going to be sharing their contact information with you, and as always, it'll be down in the description box. If you know something, say something. Maybe you can help solve this case. Maybe you can help bring him home. And that would be just such a wonderful thing. I thank you very much for your help. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and or leave a respectful comment in the comment section below. I appreciate you. I appreciate listening to this video. And until next time, bye.